What's going on, you guys? This is my first video, and for it to be my first video, it's a very special video. I'm interviewing my boy Agape. I've been on him for 10 plus years. He's a very talented musician in my book. So you guys please stay tuned, and if you like the video, don't hesitate to hit that like button.
Hey, my name is Agape. I'm here doing an interview with the homeboy. It's been a long time coming.
Yeah, bro.
I know we've been talking about like stuff like this from like years ago.
Yep.
So I'm very happy to finally be doing this with you, my boy.
And I'm very happy that you felt comfortable enough to allow me to, do this interview of you. I really respect you as an artist, and you are an artist.
Thank you.
What I mean? That's what this channel is about, and I hope that those watching and those viewing get that same vibe.
Gotta check out my boy. Definitely has good things coming.
Yes, sir. So, bro, to start this off right, man, tell everybody your name. I think you already did, but tell them again. Well,
it's a funny thing. The name is Agape, A-G-A-P-E, and it's a very it's a biblical term. It means unconditional love. I picked that name because I feel that with music, there's a lot of love involved, at least a lot of emotion.
Yeah.
And one thing I do feel strong about is love. I know we all underestimate it, but at the end of the day, we all looking for it.
Yeah.
We're all looking for it, and it can either break someone or make someone. And so I chose that to be the name of the forefront of like what I create.
What you represent.
Yeah, basically love.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I go by Agape. It's been, I think, like 5 years that I chose that name. So yeah, I'm loving it.
And I've been knowing you for a long time, and I know you've been doing music for a long time, more than 5 years. So really, where did it start where you just found this passion for music and this love for music?
Well, from a very early age, my very first like beginning like thought or like memory of like music was cleaning on Saturday mornings with my sister, my older sister. She used to listen to a lot of like Spanish rock, and she used to like jam out while she was cleaning. So as a little kid, I would be like rocking out with my sister with like the broomstick or the mop, and I just felt so much energy. So I guess that's like my earliest memory of me liking music. But it wasn't till I got my first guitar that really changed the game for me, because at that point I went from a listener perspective to a creator. I remember pulling out my guitar and people would be like, "Oh, do you know how to play like this song, that song?" And I really didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't, because I don't read music. To this day, everything I do is just by ear. And so when I would play music, I would just learn things and then implement those things into making whatever I feel or whatever I hear in my head. And so that really changed like how I saw music, how I broke it down, because I was always looking how to create. And that's why I eventually chose producing.
So when you first got your guitar, that's when you knew like, okay, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to do in life. So how do I say this? You prefer to be the man behind the beat compared to like actually vocals. What's your strongest suit? You feel like producing, vocals, or writing? Because I know you can do all three.
Yeah. It's a constant struggle, because I don't know, I see myself as a musician and making music, making songs, and that's what I really like to do. I'm an incredibly shy person, so being a sense of an artist, like the vocalist, it's a very like taunting thing.
Yeah.
But but if I can just make music for anybody, for anyone to listen to, that's more than enough for me. Whether I'm the guy singing it, whether I'm the guy writing it or producing it, it doesn't matter, as long as I can be involved. And if I can cover all these areas, that's more for me, you know?
Okay. So is it, for you, is it more like, okay, I want to do this. So this, like, you want to do this long term, right?
Yeah, I want to find a way to do it long term.
Okay, and well, you just mentioned how, you know, if you can do this for someone, you know, whether it's writing, producing, or providing vocals, okay, what artist would you say, like, impacted, you know, your craft today? Because I know you changed throughout the years and stuff like that, but we talking about today. What artist influenced your sound today? Like, who is someone that you listen to that inspires you, that you, like, just connect with and that you vibe with, that you would love to provide not just your vocals, but just your overall skill set?
Damn, that's a very good question. There's so many different artists or different, like, things I listen to for me to pick, like, just one.
You should pick a top 3.
I know that if you had to combine everything I've ever listened to and just pinpoint everybody that kind of inspired me, definitely there's Jay Dilla. He's a boom bap 90s hip hop producer. Most of you have definitely heard of who Dilla is, and you've definitely heard his music. You just probably don't know that it's by him.
Yeah.
So he's definitely a big inspiration on my drums and the type of, like, grooves I want to have. Mm-hmm. For writing and, like, singing, type of, like, making a story with a song, I would have to shout out my boy John Bellion. That guy, the way he writes, he really knows how to say something so complex and explain it in such a simple way. That's so hard to do for any, like, musician or artist. Mm-hmm. To just captivate a whole concept in one phrase. If you can do that, bro, you've made it, you know? So definitely that guy for the way I want to bring music alive. And my third one, I'd have to say Marvin Gaye. Marvin Gaye, bro. Marvin Gaye.
What? Okay.
Yeah, it's Marvin Gaye. Especially recently, I've been really diving into a lot of soulful R&B, like 60s, 70s, like music, and one guy that I really like he captures, like, a lot of my attention is Marvin Gaye. It's crazy. I wouldn't have never thought it, but for today's, like, what I'm listening to, what's kind of pushing my sound, mm-hmm. I would say those guys. A lot of soulful hip hop and, like, catchy melodies and, like, melody lines.
Okay, all right. That's quite a bit of information. All right, I like that. I like that. So, as far as your instruments, I know you, like you mentioned earlier, you know how to play by ear. What instruments are you most comfortable with?
Oh, with the guitar, because it was my first baby. It was my first, like, thing that I could actually play. And then the piano. The piano. If anyone can learn how to play the piano and the guitar, you basically got all the other instruments in the, like, down. I play bass. I play drums, the keyboard, and, like, guitar, and that's basically your whole band, you know? So yeah, definitely the keyboard and the guitar are my fortes.
Okay, and so I'm gonna say this probably be my last question. What drives you? What keeps you going? What's the end result? Like, what you expect, or do you have any expectations doing the music? What drives you though? Like, what pushes you? What motivates you to keep on making music despite the haters and the people that criticize negatively and positive? You know, what keeps you going?
What keeps me going? Right now, it's just the love of music. I don't have many listeners. Mm-hmm. I don't have anything out, so I don't expect my drive to come from other people, at least not yet. It's hard to get to find something that drives a passion, because it can be corrupted so easily.
Yeah.
I know that with great recognition definitely comes great responsibility, but right now the only thing that's driving me is the love I have for music. And if I find people who are interested in working and things like that, that's what keeps me really going. Sometimes I can't find it in myself to just come in and look through a bunch of sounds, pick good sounds. Sometimes it's tedious, but when I work with someone, when someone comes through and sits down in the studio, or just like has a day to just come by, that really pushes me to make something worthwhile. Because who am I for someone to come through and ask for my help on a record, or to help them record vocals on their track? Like, I'm nobody. So the fact that they come and they ask for these things is a blessing. It's a blessing. It keeps me pushing, and I'm more than happy to work with anybody. But that's what really does it right now. It's just the love of music.
Okay, so the collaboration and the love.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So again, like where do you plan on going with this, if you could? And if you haven't thought about it, which a lot of people don't think about it, feel free to just not even disclose that. Keep it hush if you have to. But
there's this one record it's one of my favorites by John Bellion. He says, "Don't ask me where I'll go, because I don't even know what socks like I'm wearing." Like, so I don't know where this could go. But is it gonna go? Yes. Where, I don't know. I just don't know yet. I have a lot of plans with people around me to bring things to life. Definitely around music. Am I gonna be an artist? I'm not betting on it. But am I gonna be someone in music? Fuck yeah.
Yeah. That's the attitude to have. So we're about to close out this interview. So do you have anything to say to other artists that that's watching? You know what I mean? That anyone out there that's making music or trying to continue to have that drive, do you have anything to say to them?
Not everyone overcomes their self-doubt. It's definitely one of the biggest struggles of being someone creative. You will doubt yourself every step of the way. But remember why you do it, because that's what will wake you up when things are the hardest. That's what's gonna remind you that there's a reason why you have these gifts. So use them wisely. They're a gift from God, whether you believe in them or not. They're a gift that not everyone has. So use them wisely. Yeah.